welcome back to our first show. So, our first section is about the daily issues we're having during the quarantine, but not only. And today's subject is about the virus outbreak.
Yeah.
Is it a wake-up call? And how?
Okay.
I'll start.
Okay.
For me, we go through wake-up calls in life. Depends on the person. It can be the death of a dear person. It can be being broke. It can be more than that. It can be, prison or a big kind of situation that will change your life upside down. So the outbreak came, I feel like it came for a reason. It is a wake-up call for the whole world. Because we used to focus on economic growth, on political issues, and we forget about environmental crisis and issues. We forget about community. We forget about what links us together. We forget about family and those little things that we take for granted. Because for me, we take the environment for granted. We take our community, our families, our friends for granted. So this outbreak, this situation that we're living, just reminds us of those important things. Because you see that the environment is just taking a break while we are compelled to stay inside. And it is breathing. It is getting better. The pollution is going down. The air is purer, right? So I feel like we were forced to give the environment and those little things importance. Like we couldn't have paused for a moment and give it and gave more importance to those little subjects. What do you think about that?
So I agree in a point. What I will say is something coming from the experience as usual, so I can be the most authentic that I can be. What I can say is the first period with the coronavirus, I did realize that the first period I did become more human. What I mean by that is...
You connect more with the human part of you.
Yes, and not only that, sometimes we are overwhelmed, we have too much to do, work, our activity, our life. We do it, we go in a cycle, and we forgot about stuff. But the coronavirus, when there is the question of be alive or death, you realize that, wait a second, this is life we are talking about.
And we missed a lot of things.
Yeah. So the first thing is being human. And that's why the first thing I did, not the first thing, I'm lying. The one of the first things that I did is to call every person that I know and ask about them. I'm not trying to sell anything, I'm not trying to grow my business, I'm not trying to grow
your
my
network. Yeah.
No, we come back to the essential thing. Be human and empathize with other people. So this is the first thing.
Right.
Then I did see it another way, and was a wake-up call for me as a professional and in my career. I said, all of us, we live this experience that all of us we live.
Yeah.
So I thought either I can take advantage of it and grow or not. And with that, I said, let's take advantage of this time to focus on what I value the most and grow on it. Which is my career, which is bringing value to others. Because in my career, we have different projects, as you know, we do different things, and we have with the citizens with the citizen, and we have other activity with association and work, and so there's
paperwork, and we
yeah,
get caught up in
and numbers and stuff, and we forget about that we did what we did is to try to bring value to others, to grow together, to be honest. I will grow and the other one will grow, and now we did come back to that and try to see how we can bring value the most efficient way, grow people, because sometimes people forget that when you bring even a good sentence is good, when you help a person in a business is very good, because it not impact him, impact his family, his employees,
yeah.
and it's human. Like when you help grow a business, you help grow a human, because a business it's a group of humans. This is it.
Yeah.
And sometimes we forget about that, and this
Yeah.
is one of the things that was a wake-up call to say focus again, more human, more your vision, be simple and just do it. And
Exactly.
this is it.
So yeah, like we said, it is a wake-up call. It's even a wake-up call for the government and for the countries, because you see it touched every country around the world, but nobody was ready. So it's a way to be prepared for something like this. Let's hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, but yeah, that was really interesting, like a subject.
Just one point on the last thing that you said is, it's true, because this epidemic did like hit everybody.
Everybody, no
Wherever
exceptions.
is the country, wherever is the party that you're following, wherever is you are Democrat, Republican, you are with this, you are with that, you argue, you are
No matter
white,
the
you are
religion,
black,
no matter the political, really.
and this is the good thing, when you remember that we are human after all, we're all human, and then there come the other things, you remember that we need to be more human.
Exactly.
Going to section number 2.
Which you ask, we answer. We answer your questions related to our field of expertise, which is consulting, CRM, Salesforce. So if you have questions related to our fields, don't hesitate to comment below or send us your questions via Instagram, LinkedIn, any platform you choose.
And insisting on this is we try to bring value, and as we said in the first episode, we're doing this only to try to help and bring value, to contribute, because as we said, we are not expert in medical field, we are not expert anything against the virus itself. What we are thinking is, one of the things that is impacted is economy, so how can we help? And this is why we did this show, and specifically this section, so we can try to bring value, to feel contributing, but at the same time helping others. So really don't hesitate, and we will answer it with joy. If you even want to answer a private chat, don't hesitate to send us, we will do it for sure.
Yeah.
We try to help.
So today's question is asked by Eric, who says, I just created a new report, but the add chart button is not on. To click on it and add a chart. What am I missing? The answer is simple. You have to add grouping to your report to be able to have that chart button. So yeah, it's as easy as that.
Yeah.
Should we talk about groupings?
No, yeah.
Or reports?
In another way. So, coming back again, Salesforce is a CRM, which means the Sales Cloud, the tool that I'm guessing he's using is a Salesforce automation, so it helps them grow their tracking their opportunities, so they can learn how to close more deals. So this is the objective of Salesforce automation in general.
This is a goal.
If you want to do reports, what I can advise in general, you always need to think about your business objective. Then from the business objective, you search for the KPI that help you measure and see how you get to that business objective, and from that build the reports and dashboards. For me, doing a ton of reports don't matter, because there is a lot of information. Like for example, number of leads that you have. Yes, it's good, but if your business objective is not to grow, the number of leads don't matter. Yeah, it's good number to have, but if you don't have a strategy against it, you don't learn from it, you don't grow, it's not essential. So having a lot of things, it's not essential. The fewer we have, as we said in the first, like focusing, the more you be efficient on that, and then you can grow and or change other KPIs. It depends how you go with the strategy. So first of all, try to align. Coming back to his question, but in different way, if you add dashboard help you see the data in different way, because although table is good because with the report, graphic help us see trends, for example, help us compare, help us see
it's
apart.
Visually more, it talks more to you.
Yeah, and give you the summary as quickly as you can see it.
You need to have something easy to because like a table you have to go through it and see the information, whereas when you have like charts or graphics you can just take a quick look to see the numbers, how they're doing, and just move on.
And for that, what I can also add is you need to group, because otherwise it will be normal table. So when you have a graph, generally you have two variables that you want to play with, whatever it is, the number. Like at least two. So that's why you need to group at least to create a graph. That's why it's not because of a technical problem.
Yeah.
And one last thing is, try at least to have, if you are a salesperson, at least one dashboard. It's not at least. I advise at the beginning only one dashboard.
Yeah, to have all the information centralized.
Yeah, so you will not lose focus, as we said. Try to do that, and you from that learn. And the last thing, and this is the really last thing, is really try to not create report and dashboard and stop. Try to learn more about what you need, because from experience, people say, okay, we need this. And after a while they discover this is not good, but they stay with it because they have it. What I'm saying is, try to learn, you will learn. For example, if you start number of leads and you see that it's not the number of leads which help you to reach your KPI, is the source of leads. And the source of leads, it change in how you group the source of leads, because not online, offline, you want specific groups, for example, and not the specific group is not enough. You want to search the origin in different region. So yeah, it depends on you. So
it depends on the needs. So always update your dashboard, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right, moving on to our last section, which is the code of the day. So the code of the day is: that which we obtain too easily, we esteem too lightly. And it's said by Thomas Paine.
So yeah, as easy as it said.
Yeah, logical.
Yeah. Let's take a simple example. If you have abundance of food at home, you will not starve, and you will not see the value of that food. But on the other hand, if you don't have a lot of food in your fridge, like this time, for example, or you think you want a specific thing, or a restaurant that is closed that you always go to, but this time you don't because it's quarantine, and you think about it, you create the desire, but it's hard, you cannot obtain it. The moment you will try it, it will be delicious as hell. So that's why, the more you struggle, the more you like it. Yeah,
the more you work for something, the more satisfied you are at the end of it. So if you launch a project or work on a business and money comes just easily, which can happen and you can be that lucky, but the more you struggle, the more time you need to work your life out for that project. When you get that reward, it's just like the more hard work you put in it, the more the reward will be more satisfying, I would say, right?
Yeah, so if you like it, when you struggle, you will love it even more, and you even have stories to tell to your child, to the family, to everybody. So yeah, it is hard. If it's hard, it's hard, but it's hard because the afterwards will be wonderful.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
thank you for this. I hope if you have any question, don't hesitate to send us a question, put it in the comments. Let's try to grow together, let's try to be together, to stay positive in this time, and see you next time.
Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.